What's up, guys? Welcome back to Boost Brothers Garage. In today's episode, we are going to try out some new tools and try to do our very own alignment. Stay tuned. So, we recently acquired these tenhulzen these alignment plates. We picked these up either from Summit or Jegs. They were about 200 bucks. And these should allow us to do caster, camber, and tow from our shop without having to use turning plates, without having to take our car to an alignment shop. We should be able to do a pretty solid race alignment just using these tools. So I figured, what the hell, let's throw it on camera, see how it works out, see if this is something you guys should invest in. At 200 bucks, if it works, then the first time you need to align your car, it's paid for. So let's check it out. The first thing we're gonna do here is measure the caster. There are instructions online. I'll post a link below for if you actually end up purchasing this kit. This isn't a sponsored video. We just thought it was a pretty cool kit, so we'd give it a shot. I haven't used it yet. I'm learning as we go, but I just watched the instructions, so I'm gonna follow those and we're gonna see if we can get what should be an accurate caster measurement. We start by using this plate. There are two. One has a angled sight in it, and that's the one that we're gonna be using later to move the wheel and line up with this. This goes on the ground parallel with the side of the car, about 8 inches away from the wheel. Roughly 8 inches. And roughly parallel. With that looking good, we're now going to adjust this plate, these bars right here, so they line up with the wheel. Just like that. And then we need to turn the wheel in so that this angled sight lines up to where it's straight with the plate at the bottom. With that done, we're going to put this on the wheel as if we're measuring camber, and then we're going to turn on the angle gauge and zero it out. And then we're going to leave it on. We're going to take this plate off, and we're going to do the exact opposite. So we're going to turn the wheel left now, and we're going to line it up with the bottom plate again. With that done, we measure our camber one more time. We have 1.7 degrees. We multiply that by 2, and that's our caster measurement. So, if everything is correct, we have 3.4 degrees of camber on the front left. Next, we're going to measure camber. We do this by first calibrating the plate. We do that by setting the plate down flat on the ground. Hopefully the ground's level, otherwise you're in trouble. You zero out the gauge. You have to make sure that the gauge is facing the same direction when you calibrate it as when you put it on the wheel. Once you've done that, you adjust your little standoffs here. Reposition your gauge so that it's up and down. And you take your measurement, and we show about 4 degrees of negative camber. Let's go ahead and hop over to the passenger side, be right back. Lastly, we're going to measure our toe. We have plates set up on both sides with the little standoffs up against the wheel itself. On the other side, the included tape measures are dropped into a little captive slot, which is really nice. We line it up with the slots on this side, and we compare our two measurements. So on the front, we have exactly 68.5 inches, and on the back, we have 68 3/8 inches. That means that we have 1/16 inch toe out. I don't know how well you can see this, but basically we have 3.4 degrees caster on the driver's side, 4 on the passenger side. We've got 4 degrees of negative camber on the driver's side, and 3.8 degrees of negative camber on the passenger side. We've got 1/16 inch toe out. Now, the camber measurement is very, very sensitive. So that 0.2 is within that gray zone where that could just be the sensitivity of the gauge. I think camber wise we're in decent shape. It's a lot of camber, obviously, but based on how it handled the track, I think it's okay. The issue is with this car, it's pulling to the left, hence the reason why we wanted to do an alignment in the first place. So what I see is a disparity in caster. Now, I don't remember back to my days at Universal Technical Institute if plus caster on one side means it pulls this direction or that direction. I don't remember. But I do know that obviously we need to take a look at the caster and try to get those within spec. We need to take a look at what a standard alignment is on this car as well as a good race alignment and make sure that everything else is within spec and see if we can get the car going straight down the road again. So that's that. My thoughts on the tenhulzen alignment plates, two-wheel alignment system. I think it's great. It's easy to use. If the measurements are accurate, then it is $200 well spent. We will go through and we will make the necessary adjustments on the car. We'll go back and do another alignment, see what it looks like, test drive the car. I wish that we could put it on an alignment rack right now and get true measurements and see how accurate this thing is. But for doing something at the track, I think it's great, especially for the cost. Once we make the necessary adjustments and figure out if the changes actually work, then we'll have a little bit better idea. But so far, so good. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.